Have you ever found yourself fascinated by the fantastic stories and mystical creatures mentioned in the Bible? These accounts, as ancient as they are intriguing, spark our curiosity and make us question the reality around us. You'll be amazed to discover that among the sacred pages, we find unknown beings that the Bible describes, like the imposing Leviathan or the feared beast. Many see these stories as mere metaphors, while others believe in the real existence of these creatures. Imagine the impact of these narratives on the daily lives of our ancestors and how they shaped beliefs and behaviors. Curiosity is a powerful engine for learning, and exploring these biblical mysteries can reveal valuable lessons for modern life. If you've ever wondered about the meaning of these beings and how they relate to our daily experiences, you're in the right place. Let's dive together into this universe of symbolism and revelations. Ready for a journey that mixes faith, history, and mythology? You'll be surprised at what the Bible has to say about dragons, beasts, and other monsters that inhabit its pages. And who knows, by the end of this journey, you might find answers to your own questions and challenges. Are you ready to discover the secrets these creatures hold and how they can influence your life today? Come on, embark on this adventure and unravel the mysteries of the Bible's mystical creatures. In the book of Revelation, specifically in chapter 12, verses 7 to 9, we find a fascinating description of a dragon. This being is not just a mythical creature but symbolizes Satan and his angels being cast out of heaven. Imagine an epic battle in the cosmos, where celestial forces clash. The dragon, with its 7 heads and 10 horns, represents the power and malice of the evil one. These unknown beings that the Bible describes are powerful metaphors that make us reflect on good and evil. Upon closer examination, the figure of the dragon in Revelation is not there to scare us but to teach us. The dragon symbolizes the constant struggle between good and evil, a battle that occurs not just in the pages of the Bible, but in our daily lives. The temptations and challenges we face can be compared to this celestial war. Every time we resist temptation, it's as if we are helping Michael and his angels defeat the dragon once more. So next time you feel tempted, remember, you are in an epic battle. Now, you might be wondering, how does this apply to my daily life? Well, think of moments when you've had to make a difficult decision, choosing between what's right and what's easy. These moments are your battles against the dragon. For instance, resisting the urge to speak ill of someone when you're angry or choosing to be honest even when lying seems like the easiest solution. Each small victory is proof that we can overcome our own internal dragons, just like in Revelation. In the intriguing chapter 13 of Revelation, we find the description of a terrifying creature, the beast. With 10 horns and 7 heads, it rises from the sea, symbolizing the Antichrist. This figure is not just an image of terror but a metaphor for the evil powers that try to control and corrupt humanity. These characteristics, horns and heads, represent the authority and dominion this beast has over the world, a reminder of the challenges we face against the forces of evil. The beast, receiving its power from the dragon, emerges as a symbol of deception and destruction. Just as in the biblical account, where the beast seeks to subjugate everyone to its will, we can see in our society the negative influences that try to lead us astray. Think of daily temptations, false promises, and harmful influences we encounter. These are the modern beasts we face, always trying to divert us from what is right and just. To illustrate, imagine a situation where you face an ethical decision at work. Perhaps there's an opportunity to make more money dishonestly. This is the beast trying to seduce you with power and wealth. The true battle is resisting and doing what's right, even when no one is watching. Just as the beast in Revelation represents a great evil, our daily choices reflect our own struggle against negative influences. Facing these choices with integrity is a way to defeat the beast in our lives. In chapter 9 of Revelation, we find a disturbing description of the locusts from the abyss. These creatures, emerging after the 5th angel's trumpet, possess the power of scorpions and represent sin. They are unknown beings that the Bible vividly describes, with an appearance mixing human and animal characteristics, symbolizing the corruption and torment that sin can bring. The image of these locusts reminds us of the dangers of wrongful actions and the consequences of straying from God. The locusts from the abyss are described with human faces, hair like women's, and lions' teeth, highlighting their grotesque and frightening nature. This description may seem distant from our reality, but think of times when sin appears attractive, almost human, but reveals itself to be destructive and painful. These creatures symbolize how sin can disguise itself as something familiar and harmless but actually brings great suffering and pain. Let's bring this to a practical situation. Imagine a person tempted to take dishonest shortcuts to achieve success. At first, these shortcuts may seem harmless and even advantageous, but soon they reveal themselves as the locusts from the abyss, bringing bitter and lasting consequences. Facing these temptations and choosing the path of honesty and righteousness, even when it's difficult, is like resisting the destructive power of these locusts. Each right choice strengthens our integrity and protects us from the torment that sin can inflict. The Book of Job, chapter 41, presents one of the most impressive descriptions of unknown beings the Bible describes: the Leviathan. This sea monster, capable of spitting fire from its mouth and smoke from its nostrils, symbolizes the brute and indomitable force of nature. Imagine this colossal being, cutting through the waters and causing giant waves, its presence a metaphor for the insurmountable challenges we face in life. The Leviathan reminds us that there are forces beyond our control, but also that faith and perseverance can help us face them. In the biblical account, the Leviathan is not just a nightmare creature but a symbol of what is untamable and powerful. In our lives, these challenges can be compared to seemingly unsolvable problems or obstacles that appear invincible. However, just as Job faced his trials with faith, we are called to face our own Leviathans with courage and resilience. The Bible uses these images to teach us about the importance of maintaining faith, even in the face of the most frightening adversities. To illustrate, think of a moment of great difficulty, like a serious illness or a financial crisis. These moments are our personal Leviathans, testing our strength and determination. Facing them may seem impossible, but it's in these moments that our faith and perseverance are most crucial. Just like Job, we can find the strength to overcome the greatest challenges by maintaining our confidence and seeking support from our faith and community. The Leviathan is a reminder that, no matter how fierce the storms, we can always find a way to navigate through them. In chapter 40 of the Book of Job, we are introduced to Behemoth, a gigantic herbivorous creature with incomparable strength. This being, described with powerful muscles and a tail that sways like a cedar, symbolizes the majesty and strength of divine creation. Imagine this immense animal, grazing peacefully by the rivers, a portrait of power and serenity. Behemoth represents the idea that even the most powerful forces of nature are under God's control, reminding us of the harmony and balance present in creation. Behemoth is described as an imposing being, moving with a tranquility that contrasts with its strength. In our lives, this creature can be seen as a metaphor for the stability and inner strength we can cultivate. Just as Behemoth remains unshaken by the river currents, we are invited to develop resilience that allows us to face challenges with calm and determination. The biblical description inspires us to seek this inner strength, keeping us firm and balanced in the face of adversity. Let's apply this to a real-life scenario. Think of situations where you need to be a pillar of stability, whether in your family, at work, or in your community. Just as Behemoth remains firm, you can be the rock that others look to in times of turmoil. For example, during a family crisis, your calmness and confidence can help everyone overcome the difficulties. Behemoth teaches us that by developing our inner strength, we can be a source of security and support for those around us, reflecting the majesty and balance of creation. Now that you know the fascinating stories of the unknown beings the Bible describes, like the imposing Leviathan and the terrifying beast, it's time to reflect on how these narratives can influence your life. Think about the battles you face daily and the decisions you need to make. Each of these biblical accounts brings valuable lessons about resilience, faith, and integrity. Have you ever wondered how you can apply this knowledge to your daily life? For example, Leviathan teaches us to face challenges with courage, while the beast warns us about the temptations of power and corruption. So, what are the dragons you need to defeat? What are the beasts you must avoid? Would you like to continue learning and exploring these fascinating themes? Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. Join us on this journey of discovery and growth. After all, knowledge is the key to transforming your life and overcoming challenges with wisdom and faith.